Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. My friend Kate's husband loves orange chicken. Kate asked me once that is it possible for me to show her how to make an orange chicken so she could make it for him at home. She also mentioned, would it be possible to make a healthier version of orange chicken than it is found in Chinese restaurants? I told her that I normally do not make orange chicken, and I really do not see a possible healthier version. But I said we can give it a try. So Kate and I went into the kitchen and come up with this particular version. Okay, why don't you come in the kitchen with us and see what we could do? Orange chicken are usually coated with flour to give it a breading and deep fry. So for this dish, I'm going to coat my chicken with a fairly heavy layer of cornstarch, but still it will not give like the deep fried breading as you would find in traditional orange chicken. I'm going to use this method that's commonly known as a shallow fry. So what I'm going to do is that I add a little bit more cooking oil in the wok than I normally would. This method actually works quite well. It do not provide the same type of breading as a normal fry, but it's close enough, but you use far less oil. This is clearly the advantage of template-based cooking. You can make modifications and adjustments depending on how you would like the dish to come out. For this dish, I use more chicken than I normally would. In here, I have about 1 pound of chicken. I use a pair of tongs to separate the chicken and lay them out into a single layer on the bottom surface of the wok. I shallow fry one side of the chicken for about 60 seconds, and then I use the pair of tongs to turn the chicken over. As you can see here, the coating of the cornstarch allowed the chicken to develop a light brown color. Of course, you can tell that shallow frying is a little bit more labor intensive in compared to deep frying because you only fry one side at a time. But for this purpose of the dish, frying just one side is sufficient to me because it just gives enough crispy texture to the chicken. By this point, I'm quite satisfied with the browning of the chicken. I switched to my wok spatula to stir fry the chicken. A few seconds, I know the chicken is done. So use this method, you can actually create a nice breading on the chicken. I'm going to use an orange marmalade to create the orange chicken flavor. This actually worked very well. It is a quick and easy way to create that orange chicken flavor. This seasoning method, I call it quick and easy improvisational seasoning technique. It's just simpler and it is more intuitive. In the beginning, you might find this a little bit tricky, but after you do this for a while, you have a pretty good sense how much that you want to put in to achieve the flavor that you desired. I really like this method better than the more deliberate approach because it gives me almost that sense of freedom in make changes, adjustment on the fry. For this dish, I'm going to use sauces to modify the flavor to what I like. I have a panel of sauces that I kept in squeeze bottles, and the squeeze bottles are really convenient because it makes the addition of sauces much simpler and direct. For me, the extra time that I take to fill the squeeze bottles from the original bottle really is worthwhile. This is a set of sauces that I normally have in my squeeze bottles. I have oyster sauce, light soy sauce, dark soy sauce, hoisin sauce, and a Korean barbecue sauce. After doing a quick taste test, I decided that I would like to add some oyster sauce to increase the savoriness of the chicken. Now, of course, there are many different combinations that you can use to create the sauce that you like. And I call this part of my cooking system flavor chasing. I constantly make adjustments to my sauces. Sometimes it turns out good, but some other time it might not be exactly how I like it. But nevertheless, I learn from it, and I'm able to constantly to make improvement to make the taste more in sync of what I like. Now the dish is done. I'm going to transfer it into a container and set them aside. And I'm now ready to cook the vegetables, and then I will combine the chicken with the vegetables at the end. For many years, I used to cook all the ingredients in the dish all at the same time. It was not until when my cousin Marge showed me how she cooked each ingredient separately, I realized the benefits that allow me to control the texture of the ingredients. I have increasingly learned over the years that how significant it is for the texture of each ingredient in the dish to be exactly how I like it. I also know that a good dish compared to an outstanding dish really is the difference in texture. Like most people, I don't like my ingredients in a dish to be overcooked or undercooked. So controlling the texture to be key in creating an outstanding dish. One food ingredient, the texture, is truly to be critical in determining the culinary experience, and that is broccoli. Now, broccoli contains two portions. One is the floret, another one is the stem. Now, it turned out that in order to have the broccoli to provide you with the kind of culinary experience that you are looking for, you want the floret to be velvet soft, but you want the stem remain to be slightly crunchy. Actually, this is very easy to achieve in stir-fried. What you do is that you add enough oil to soak the floret, so that the floret will be cooked by the hot oil. However, the oil are not able to penetrate the stem as well, so the stem will remain crispy. Now, to prevent the floret from getting burned, you must make sure that you add enough oil, because the floret absorbs the oil readily. During the cooking process, I will continue to check the texture of the broccoli to make sure that this is how I like them. Next, I'm going to add some oyster sauce to create a light sauce for the broccoli. However, there are many different ways you can season the dish, and really a lot of this is through experimentation, and I call this flavor chasing. And then on top of that, you can vary how you flavor the dish each time to give you some variations. Now, a few more stir, the dish is ready. I now remove the broccoli from the stove, and I'm going to combine the rest of the ingredients together. So I add the chicken to the broccoli, and after a few quick mix, it is ready to be served. When I first adopted this approach in cooking ingredients separately to create the texture that I want, it seems to be I'm taking an extra time that I could be left safe if I cook them all together. But after testing the results, I realized that this is time well worth spending because you create a much better dish than otherwise. And it turned out that the time difference is not that significant. For example, in this dish, I probably add just about 1 or 2 more minutes. A couple of months later, I have a chance to talk to Kay again, and I asked her how is the orange chicken. She told me that it was a great success. Her husband liked it a lot. Now, he would not go actually eat orange chicken in a restaurant because he considered that is unhealthy. Clearly, food is more than just satisfying our taste buds. Food also needs to provide nutritional value and health value to our body. As the saying goes, every time when we either nourish or damage our body. So I'm a firm believer that by using my fast cooking system, where the word fast stands for flavor chasing, advanced prepping, stir frying, and template-based cooking, you can make modification and adjustments to create food that is both delicious and healthy at the same time. Like I said, I consider orange chicken, at least the version that they serve in the Chinese restaurant, not to be healthy. But however, now I actually cook this version of orange chicken myself too, because when it combined with vegetables as well as a light breading, it makes the chicken much more healthier. In my channel, I will continue to demonstrate example to you how to make food healthier by making the small adjustments, and also by adjust the flavor, you can make the food delicious. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. I'll see you next time.